This week, I get dumped in a homeless shelter. Timo tries to chat up a ladyboy, and David's wife goes to see a ping-pong show. So let's strap down, let's strap in, and let's do this.
This is just another trucking podcast.
Hello, this is Just Another Trucking Podcast. I am your host, Tom, and I'm joined, as always, by my good friends. What?
Come on, keep going. Yes, I'm David. This is Nessa. This is Timo. Go to salmonslap.com. And thank you very much for all the patrons. Seriously, you have been holding out on this story for an entire week, and I'm fed up of waiting. Jump into it, Tom. Tell me what happened last week.
Things went wrong this week. Like, wow, we're going to skip everything.
I don't care anymore. I've done waiting.
Right, okay.
Seriously.
Right. Apparently, we're literally just jumping into this with a story straight away.
He's been teasing us all week, all right, with pictures and everything, and it's just like, I have no idea what's going on. He said he was going to wait for the podcast to actually
go for it, Tom.
happen.
Go
so
for it. David has spoken.
There was a moment.
If it was up to Nessa, this story would be like 30 minutes away. All right, so I'm just making sure this is actually happening. Okay?
Fair enough.
I have been fired live on air, people. Live on air, your producer is no more.
Hashtag overridden. I will say, halfway through this like when all this was happening, I did think to myself, why is it always me? Why do these things always happen to me? And why is it always like maximum level? Right. So I was going up the M1 and I lost power. Like, I've just lost power on the M1. And I was like, oh shit. Now, I was on one of these smart motorways where, they've not got the hard shoulder, just the SOS bays.
Yeah.
Well, why the fuck do I break down?
Did you say this was the M1?
So this is the M1. So we've got these things called smart motorways.
Yeah.
And you've got the hard shoulder where you can pull over if you break down. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't have them. So you've got 4 lanes and you've got like what they call SOS bays, but they're like however far apart. And if you between them and you break down, then you're on a live carriageway with 50, 60, 70 mile an hour traffic flying past you and potentially going to crash into you. So I lose power and I'm like, shit, this is bad. So I call 999 and I explain, this is where I am. I'm about to break down. And the truck just kind of gets a little bit of power, like just a little bit. And I managed to limp it to a hard shoulder further down. Mm-hmm. And I got on this hard shoulder by a couple of meters before it lost power.
Oh my God.
Like it was touch and go. I said, thank you very much, guys. Like, I don't need you anymore. I've got somewhere safe. I'm okay. Really appreciate it. And so I call my boss up and I'm like, explain what's just happened. And he says, have you tried restarting the engine? So I restart the engine. Basically turn it off and back on again, obviously, because that's the advice we always give out. So I tried turning it off and back on again, and lo and behold, it does start working. And he says, right, come on, let's crack on. Let's get to your next site and we'll see how it goes. And I said to him, are we sure about this? Because if this breaks down again, I only just got somewhere safe. There was a bit of backwards and forwards, but it was decided, crack on. Let's get moving. And so I started driving again. 5 minutes later, probably not even 5 minutes later, power goes. But it goes a lot worse this time, and it's going. I managed to kind of I had to cross junction 35, the off ramp, and I had to cross all of that with hazard lights. And I just got into a partially chevroned area, but I was partially live lane. God. So I had to call up again and be like, I need someone out. ASAP. This is in a dangerous position. Need someone here. So highways turned up. Lovely guy. Absolute fucking hero. Absolute superstar. And he said, who's coming out to you? And I was like, well, Volvo's going to be here like 60 to 90, which is what standard Volvo time. And he's like, nope, you won't be here that long. He says, our wrecker's going to be here in 45 minutes. Okay. If you're not gone by then, we'll be charging you for it. I said, fair enough. Fair enough, like. So I called up a boss. He managed to get a wrecker out to me in 30 minutes and told me off the motorway, which, by the way, sounded amazing. That's not really part of the story, but it sounded...
Anyway.
Oh, so good.
Cool.
So anyways, this is the normal part of the story. It all starts going... Where was I? It's not Rochdale. It was... where the fuck was I again? Rotherham, that's it. Fucking thank God someone knew where I was, because I apparently didn't. I was in Rotherham. FYI, never going back to Rotherham again. That's a whole thing. I was at Volvo. Yeah, I was at Volvo for about an hour when armed police started surrounding the building.
What?
And so I'm like looking out, and they're like, there's armed police out there. And we're looking on the cameras. They're around the back of the building. They're around the front. They're on the sides. We look, and there's this car that's been smashed in on the out the front. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? All the mechanics are coming out front to see what's going on. And there's armed everywhere. Fucking armed police everywhere. There's like blue lit cars whizzing up and down the road. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? So apparently someone heard... someone's basically, it was an RTA. Someone had hit someone. It wasn't an accident. Someone had hit a pedestrian and driven off from it.
God.
So police took chase. They dumped the car and just ran. So it was a guy on foot. So we're checking the security cameras. There was armed police in the building. It was fucking crazy.
Holy crap!
And then the night gets weirder and crazier, because that's not the end of the story yet. This is only partway into the story.
Why does this sound so much like you, Tom?
So, obviously, I need somewhere to go that night. It's now 7 o'clock by this point, or 6 o'clock by this point, and I'm in McDonald's by myself. I'm on the phone with Timo, explaining what's happened partially so far and what's been going on, and Timo's like, what the fuck?
I couldn't get my head around it.
It sounds like a movie, doesn't it?
My boss managed to get this hotel, because obviously I can't stay in the truck. It's the fucking cabs. The cab's fully over, so it's like sleeping on a 45-degree angle. Can't do that. So I have to find a hotel. He sends me a link to it. It says 5-star hotel. I'm like, fucking A! This is great. What an absolute laugh! I was like, what an absolute... So I get to this fucking... I get to this hotel, and things are immediately not good. When I get there, I said to the guy, because I had this electric hire car on, and I said, where am I parking? It goes, is there somewhere down the little lane down the back? It's like, yeah, there is, I guess. So I went down there, and there's fucking bottles, and there's needles, and there's shit like this. So anyways.
Oh my God, where does he send
and so
you?
I get into this hotel, and
Not the 5-star hotel that you thought you were getting into?
Oh. It was not I'm sure there was 5 stars, but like a GTA Wanted level 5 stars. But anyways, that's by the by. So I get to the thing, and there's this Ring doorbell just on the front of it. So I press that, and I get invited into this pub. When I say pub, this is like
you get invited
basically
into a pub after you ring the doorbell.
Yeah,
by the intercom.
It sounds dodgy already.
So there's homeless people in there. There's like someone who's clearly on drugs, and it's just it was like, do you know the working men's clubs?
Yeah.
Like it was like one of them. And so I got in there, and I'm looking around, and there's really loud music playing. I'm having to kind of shout over this music, and the girl says, are you paying for this? It was already been paid for. And after a bit back and forth, it turns out, for some reason, the payment had been cancelled. Don't know why. So I had to call up Danny, get the payment sent over, this and that. Got into the first room, and it's just this tiny little box with 2 beds in there, and there are stains. There are definite cum stains on these duvets.
Oh my god!
There are on both beds. There are cum stains on more than one
sheets.
location.
Because you need to use 2 beds.
So I then
big.
had to go.
Dirty sheets.
Yeah.
I then had to go back out, and I told the lass, and the lass said, "Oh well, the cleaners aren't very good, so I'm not surprised."
Wow, that's it.
So I was like, right, but can we fix this? Because
Oh
this
my
isn't
God.
great. So anyways, my boss then upgraded me a different room. By the way, I figured out what this place was. Do you know, like, there's the homeless shelters where the police send someone for a night just to get them off the streets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where he
House?
booked.
Oh my god.
Kind of, yeah. So I got there, and you can hear people upstairs. You can hear stuff going on. So I got upstairs to this second room, and I got in. I could still hear this club music from the pub downstairs, and the dum 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 dum, fucking all night. By the way,
Awesome.
all fucking night. And then, so I got into this other room, no cum stains on it, which was great. And so
Bonus.
I thought I'd go and
That
have
you
a look
could
at this
see
place
of.
because when I looked at it, it had like a 4.6 rating on Google. I thought, how the fuck can it have a 4.6 rating? And then I realised the pub and the hotel and the other business that they had were all combined. So when you
Oh my god. When you
narrowed
rate
it down
you rate
by
all of them.
rooms, suddenly new things started coming up. For instance, one complaint was that, by the way, I'm going to talk about the payment and how he paid the guy in a second, because it's sketch. It's real sketch.
Okay.
But in fairness to Danny, he had a driver with nowhere to go. He had to get me somewhere because there was no other hotels that had spaces that night. He had to get me somewhere, so this was one of them things. Anyways, so looked at this one review, and it said for some reason there was a cancellation of the booking, and I had to pay into this guy's personal account. And that's exactly what happened to us.
Yeah.
So he gave me basically one, because the cancellator's gone. The last gave me a slip, which was to pay into it. And it was this guy's personal bank account that we were paying into. Not the business account, his personal account.
Wow.
So I think he does this on purpose and cancels bookings so people have to pay into his personal account. And
Oh my god.
so I was looking through some of the other things. One of the reviews was a drunk guy kicked down my door and tried to start a fight with me. The bar staff tried to start a fight with someone. There was someone taking drugs in the back, and it was. So I was just like, so basically, I put a chair against the door, and I just tried to get to sleep.
Oh my god.
I tried to stay in this fucking place.
Sleeping with
Fuck
one eye
me.
open.
I didn't even get into the bed. I slept on the bed sheets with my clothes on. So when I got the next day, I was just like, I'm not fucking dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with this shit. And at one point, I messaged Danny, and my message read, something like, "I swear to God, if I lose a kidney in this fucking place, I'm blaming you." Fucking, it was real bad, mate.
Oh my god.
So yeah, anyways, that was my night, and yeah,
Wonderful.
never going back to Rotherham. It was a thing.
Was the truck ready the next day?
Oh God, no, it wasn't. So this kind of goes into my last thing. So this was my last week with James Booth. I finished on Friday. I'm now going back to Travis Perkins. Yay! Exciting times. That's a whole thing. We'll talk about that later, I'm sure. But 555, my truck, my baby, we never got it back. It's still, as far as I'm aware, it's still there. But it had
still there?
injectors are gone on it.
Oh
Like
my
2
God.
injectors and a sensor or something like that. Yeah.
That is wild.
All right. That is.
One of your words.
For whatever
That is
reason,
wild.
I don't know why, but whenever something happens to me, I'm just kind of ready and waiting for it to get cranked up to 11, because
Yeah.
it's never just a simple
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, this went wrong. Oh, there we go. That's
And
it
it's
for
always
me.
you. It's always you. We
every
never get a story like
every
this from
fucking
Chloe.
time.
if that was any of us, it would have stopped at the hotel room and it would have just been a standard night, and that's that. But no,
Yeah.
because it's you've got to have the armed police. You've got to go.
There was
you've
also
got to
the
go all better, haven't
receipt.
you? Oh,
The,
yes.
the receipt. Oh, actually, sorry. The payment, when he asked me to get a payment, the payment was written on a Ladbrokes betting slip. That was how the payment was. And I asked for a receipt, and the receipt was, I think I might have it. Oh, no, I might not hear it anymore. It was basically just it was a torn off piece of paper with £70 paid. And I sent a picture to Danny.
£70 for that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was
Jesus
80 quid with the upgrade.
Oh
the one
my
that didn't have the
God.
cum stains.
Oh,
And it was literally written on on this scrap of paper. It was
that is
torn off.
gross.
And Danny just laughed. He's like, "You are joking. That's not the fucking receipt." I was like, "Mate, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do here, mate? You've sent me here. This is on you at this point."
He's typed in hostel, not flipping hotel, into Google, hasn't he?
This was on the place that you got the last hotel for me. This is on the same place.
Well, like booking.com.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, Booking.com is not the worst thing in the world.
Oh, it is now.
Depends on what room it is.
Tell you what,
anyway.
mate. You ask me on Tuesday, and fucking, I'll tell you it was.
Right.
Interesting.
Anyway,
Should we start the podcast?
we've got some
'Cause we've
patrons
technically
to
not
thank.
actually. Sorry, Galva.
Jobbity job.
got
Look
me.
at Colin in the chat. Lastminute.com.
God,
Gav like booking.com. No, that's great. Sorry, that's in the
That's pretty
in
clever.
the chat feed. Which, by
Well
the way,
done.
if you do want to be part of the chat,
I have
because
to
all
click
the
on
way
it.
through this, people have been saying stuff like the questions like, "Was it written in blood?"
Like
by
hilarious things.
and so we have got a lot of the patrons that are currently in chatting away to each other during all of this. And if you want to join them, you can join them on Patreon. Wow, that was really badly said.
Do it in your ASMR voice.
Fuck it.
Excuse me?
If you want to join us on here, then do Patreon. I can't do English tonight, guys.
You
English is
can't.
not.
Do you want to say everybody's? Would you like to say everybody's name with the what you call it again? The MSR.
voice.
ASMR.
Do you don't?
Dorsal tone.
Do you have the list, Tom?
I have a list here.
Oh, look at you!
Right.
Excellent.
So a massive. Sorry, just 1 second. A massive thank you to our Patreons, our mega supporters: Charlie Miller, Chris Ragg, the Ginger Mother Trucker, Joe Rodwell, Mihal, Timo, Trucker Marty, Trucker Colin. Wow, this is taking a lot longer to get through all of this. We also have Arthur Job, Daniel Smeet. No, we've left that bit. It's gone now. Gavin Williams.
Back up from the mic. Back up from the mic.
Oh, fucking. Right.
You're
Gavin
shouting.
Williams, Justin Reaney, Neil Rees, Stephen Patterson, and Nessa's news story. Oh, no, that's the next line. Sorry. I'm just in reading mode now.
Patrons,
but
thank you
massive,
very much for your support.
Massive thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'll do a better job of that next week.
And thank you, Sir Timo, for being a host and
Will do.
a mega supporter.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I don't deserve Sir Timo tonight. It's just
No?
Timo.
Just,
No.
just Timo. All right.
I might
Okay.
tell you later,
Anyway.
but you know.
On to the
Also,
news.
go to salmonslap.com to buy merchandise, because if we don't say that, we will get in trouble. Okay,
From
now
producers who
you
kick the
may
shit out
have
of us.
noticed that Chloe has been very silent for today. All right, the reason is that
Oh, right.
she's
Because
not
we've
here.
still not introduced anything yet.
I kind of introduced people, but I introduced them really quickly. All right, but Chloe is not here today. This is actually her first podcast that I have never been a part of. All right, she's always been like, yeah, she hasn't missed a podcast in over a
What
year and a
was
half.
that? Is she really not?
No, she hasn't.
Wait.
She's always on the podcast. She never
Yeah.
misses it.
She doesn't have a
Yeah.
life.
Wait a second. Are you telling me that the technically it's the creator of this podcast has been off more times in the past year than she has?
Absolutely, yeah. Because I started
Well, that's
on
bad.
this is episode 120. I first edited the first podcast I ever edited was number 50, and that was like the Christmas of last year. or what, New Year's Eve, well, the year before last, you know, and all I remember is that, like, thank God Chloe's on there, because that allows me to kind of like fade into the background where I don't have to like constantly talk, because she does a lot of it. And you know, she laughs when she's supposed to. She interacts when she's supposed to. I'm like, I forget I'm on a podcast half the time, so I kind of, I'm like, oh wait, okay, maybe I should be laughing once in a while.
Yeah, Chloe is great, and she is.
We love you, Chloe.
She is missed.
Absolutely,
but for a good reason. Her brother is visiting from America.
Apparently, he's more important than us.
She has left us for family. Say so, Chuckamati.
Abandoned, some may say. Abandoned.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
Nessa, the news, please.
We have the news. We have two big stories.
No, just before we do. Before we do, can I just give a quick shout out to Nessa here, who is the absolute fucking MVP? Can you just, for the YouTube guys, can you just show how much research you've done for this week, and just show the paperwork here?
A lot of research. I am a great producer, just so you all know. I have one A4 page full of news. I have an A4 page full of quiz questions and answers. So if you look very quickly, you've got all the answers.
Are they handwritten? I can't tell if they're handwritten or typed.
I have a chart at the bottom to keep score of everyone's answers. That has all been done. I have 2 computer screens in front of me full of research.
Oh my God.
You know what? I'm going to triple your salary.
Oh, so it's still 0 then.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. I feel very loved.
Right. Sorry.
I'd give you more.
Today's news.
Today's news.
Commercial drivers are being ignored when it comes to their right to use proper hygiene facilities while working, according to business group Logistics UK. The publication of the survey of lorry parking states that an urgent reform to the planning system to facilitate more parking facilities on key routes and incentivize, I can't say that word, investment from private sector. The demand for HGV parking is consistently above critical capacity, which is true. Because
I think it's ridiculous.
I have noticed, working on nights, Monday to Thursday, I had trouble parking every night this week. I've done a couple of Heathrow trips from Bridgend, and I couldn't park at all.
There's fucking nowhere.
I could not park
you
anywhere.
have to do it like two services before you get anywhere near the M25. When I was parking somewhere and a services, well, trust you, no matter what, if you're parking after 4:00 in the afternoon, I used to have an anxiety that started building about will I find a place, and I started genuinely getting quite anxious about it, and I started panicking because the thing is, if it's after 4:00 and you're pushing your time and you've only got, say, for instance, like 30 minutes left of your 9, and you go into a services, you're committed to that decision. If there's no spaces, then you're going to have to do something. Yeah. And you see it loads on like on the A50 where a driver's had to stop at the beginning of the lay-by, but had to put it on 11 hours rest day, and so they've completely blocked that lay-by for 11 hours. Obviously, they look like an absolute dickhead, but it's not. They've just had nowhere else to stop.
Yeah,
it is ridiculous.
Some rest.
Coming from America, where we, again, after a certain amount of time, yes, you're going to see the off ramps and the on ramps and the laybys full up, but that usually doesn't happen until after 9:00. And the closer you are to the city, the more that's going to happen. It's just that because England is so small, and yes, it is so small, and land is very scarce. It's just to provide so many parking spaces for trucks. It's just would cost a fortune. It's just like the more inland, the further away you get from a city, more truck stops you're going to find, and more spaces you're going to find. And now you're talking about the facilities. Now you're talking about the showers and stuff.
I will just say, Mihal has just put up saying that's a big reason I worked weekends, Friday to Monday. I will say I did a Sunday where I stopped in the services, and it was delightful.
It was wonderful.
It
It
was.
is on weekends.
I was like, oh, which one of these 50 places should I take? Oh, I could take my pick. Oh, should I take 5 bays of? Fuck it, why not?
Yeah. I on the way back from Heathrow, I went into Reading services and I had trouble even driving round, let alone parking, because it was that full.
Wow.
I don't even know
and
what it's
then-
like.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it.
It was mental. I can't. What's the other one called? Cheveley. I went into that one as well. Couldn't park
Oh,
there,
no.
and I
Yeah.
just about got into Membury, and I had 7 minutes left. So
Oof.
7 minutes of drive time left. So yeah, and that was a 10-hour drive. Just driving around
Oh, wow.
looking for places to park. It was absolutely mental.
God dang. Yeah, that's bad.
So yeah, so I can understand why there is an urgent, such urgency now to find solutions. And
Well,
whatnot.
I think
It
that
needs to be more
America's done
affordable
it
too.
right.
Yeah,
In
for once
that
it isn't right.
the idea of having it. So I reckon they should do it in the sense of all of the current parking spaces that are in like the services now, have them as like say premium spots, and have another bit a little bit further down the road. Like you have to kind of walk 5 minutes up to the actual main thing, and have somewhere bigger. But again, and considering how much fucking money these places are making, put just some security guy on that just drives around.
Yeah.
Give him a little car, have him drive around with a little flashlight and stuff like that. The fact that you're paying nearly 40
yeah.
quid a fucking night
That is
and
mental.
don't have security.
drivers
Even if
paying
even if
out.
you fuel,
Disgraceful.
even if you fuel, you still have to pay to park. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, all we have to do I've never been to a place that as long as you had a choice. As long as you spent more than $100 in fuel, or if you paid $20 in store, like if you ate at a restaurant or whatever, as long as you spent more than $20, you got to stay there for free. So it was always your best interest not to pay the $30 to pay overnight. You know, there was an incentive to shop. You know what I mean? And so I get so fucking angry at that in England. The fact that you guys like truck drivers, you're needed for feck's sake.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
like I know we're preaching to the crowd, to the choir right now. Is that right? Preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys all have the same thing. I don't know. Just basically, I feel like I'm living in a 5-star area, living in America, because of how easy it is for truck drivers. Unless, again, you get into the cities where spaces are a lot tighter and they're a lot less frequent. But all you have to do is go to the outskirts of the city, and it's fine. But anyway, yeah.
But the way they've got the
thing
services
is-
laid out, the fueling stations is the last bit you come to of the services before you're back on the motorway.
Oh, it's the other way around over in America.
Yeah,
where
it should be the other way around, I think.
Yeah. And there's always a space for in front of the after you fuel, you pull forward just enough for you to get out of the way of the guy behind you. And it's been very rare I've ever been
They
caught.
don't always have that, but if they do, it's kind of like it's an expected thing, isn't it?
It is an expected thing. Like I can't imagine. I've never been to a place that didn't have it. I'll be honest with you. I go to the major fuel stations, but are you talking about in England, that they sometimes have it, a space in front of the after you fuel?
Sometimes,
occasionally,
occasionally, not all of them. So some of them that you just it's just not possible to kind of. But the thing is, they were talking about this. By the way, we're immediately going into tangents here. They were talking about making it so that any new industrial estates, any new industrial places are supposed to have truck parking.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I can fucking tell you, they do not.
They don't.
Yeah, no, they haven't.
They
The new ones
do
are
not.
not.
The
More
new
double
ones
yellow
fucking
lines
don't.
up everywhere too.
And honestly, they're just like, oh, well, they can go down to the services. Oh, right, yeah, it's fucking great.
Can they?
I
Just
don't
pause
know
a
what
truck
other
park.
I don't know what other services are like, but I stop in Rownhams on the M27, and the truck park in there, you've got no bays or anything marked out, and it's just a free for all. There's trucks abandoned at 45 degrees angles and blocking everyone in. They don't leave any room for trucks to, if you stop there on a 45, and then a truck will come reverse in front of you, and he'll stop there overnight. Then you've got to wait for the truck behind you to move, or alongside you, so you can worm your way out when you were there first. But it's
You
just
could be blocked in for ages.
yeah.
And there should be class 1 bays and class 2 bays, because the reality is they could save space by having actual designated Class 2 bays where them lads can go and do whatever like that. And then Class 1 for like require a bit more space. And then it saves on... Oh, fuck it, honestly.
I mean,
We could talk all day
be
about
honest. Yeah, I'll be honest.
We could
I don't
complain
get
all day
parked
about it.
behind. No one parks behind me because I'm a bin lorry. And they immediately think
The
the
stink.
lorry smells, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then, all right, next topic. Next news
Next
article.
news segment. Right, a submersible vessel known as the Titan went missing on Sunday.
Oh, I haven't heard
For
anything
an
about
hour
this.
and 45 minutes after its support vessel lost contact, according to the Coast Guard. The vessel was carrying its pilot and 4 passengers on an exploration trip near the wreckage of the Titanic. Authorities and experts are seeking answers after all 5 people were killed when a catastrophic implosion occurred. So this has been a big story.
Next topic.
This has dominated everything.
It's dominated all of the news this week.
Sometimes I felt like I was searching for it
I-
because it was one after the other on TikTok. I think it was just non-stop. It was every single. That was crazy.
I was quite invested in it because I'd thought this was going to be
How?
our generation's like Apollo 13, where it was going to be like this amazing rescue, and it's like everyone was going to be like surrounded with the TVs, with like holding their breath of like, oh no, they're dead, and like one of the guys, like one of the generals or whoever came on the thing was like, he worded it really like, I can't remember how he worded it, but it was basically saying, yeah, there's going to be no parts of it they'll be able to find that will be big enough, and like there's big fish down there.
Have you ever seen the hydraulic press squish Play-Doh?
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
Yes.
Holy shit!
Well, that's basically what it was going to be like, because there is meat, because they are meat. We are meat in a way,
Basically.
all right? And it has to go somewhere, all right? And because there is 600 times the pressure down there than there is up in where we are, which is one atmospherical pressure. So it's all the air is going to get completely disappeared, and those bodies are just going to get squished out like Play-Doh in a hydraulic press.
Considering how dangerous it is down there, surely you'd want something that's got like, because people have been talking about the fact that, because from what I've heard, I was reading one thing, and they said that so basically they have weights on it that they drop, and that allows it to go up. So basically, it literally just sinks to the bottom, and then but when whatever happens, they had released their weights. So apparently it's got sensors on the side, and the sensors, they think, had been going off to basically say that the outer hull had started delaminating. And it was
Right.
so they reckon that they actually, or some of the theories are that they knew that this was going to happen before it happens. And obviously when it did, it was just immediate. But
Yeah,
like,
they wouldn't have known it was happening at the time because it would have been that immediate.
Oh, when it actually imploded, it had just been.
I think they had an idea of
instance.
what was going to happen, though, based on
But it
what they would
was a
have on their
research-
screens.
This is basically, from what I understand, this is like going down on a fucking like. To bring it back around to trucks, would you go to the bottom of the ocean on a fucking Iveco?
Oh no.
What's an
No.
Iveco?
I'm trying to think what the American version of Iveco is.
Is it a truck?
What's the shittest truck? Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
it's a truck.
What's
It's a
the
really
shittest
bad
truck
truck.
in
Plastic
America?
is
Yes.
thing. Yeah. Well, I tell you what I
What
don't
would the
get.
American version of that be?
I don't know if we have any. Some people would have an answer for that, but I don't. I think it all depends on the truck. I don't know.
No, Freightliner.
Well, yeah, but I love
Someone put in the
Freightliner. It's the thing.
It's Freightliner's Mercedes, is it?
I don't think so.
No, that's
Mercedes
Mac,
is
isn't it?
Mercedes. Mac is
Eh?
Mercedes, yeah.
Mm.
No,
I think
Max Scania.
Scania.
I think Max
I'm
Scania.
sure Max Merck, I think.
Peterbilt is daft. I know that one.
Yeah,
I
because that's
didn't know
Packer,
that.
isn't it? Packer.
Yeah, I don't know. Freightliner is. I have no idea. It's the most.
I think, is it Happiness by the Mile, a YouTube channel?
Yes.
I'd seen.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Is she have a Freightliner, or is it? No, is it?
I don't think she had a Freightliner.
What was it? It was an instant.
I think she had a Western Star. Then again, maybe I'm wrong. Again, whatever FedEx provides.
Whatever it was that she had, it was very clearly a Mercedes. Same steering wheel, same dashboard, same everything. Like it was like.
Mercedes
basically,
I don't see the Mercedes logo very often on trucks. I really don't.
Well, no, but basically Mercedes owns it or is shared with it, so they kind of like the same thing as like Peterbilt. Like if you come to the UK, and
I'd say it's
trucks,
I'd say it's
look at
Western
it and
Star.
go, oh, this has got the same dials, it's got the same things.
I think it's Western Star. That's my final answer. And survey says, I'm just waiting for it to be showing up on the chat. No, okay. Apparently our patrons are crap. Right,
yeah, there you go.
Going back to this Titan,
I was talking about that.
I don't understand why it was built with carbon fiber rather than
here's the thing.
steel or something.
Really, 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 really smart people, smarter than us, did the testing, I imagine. You know what I mean? Questioning it, I don't know. I won't question why they made it with
so
6.
It
was it 6
tested,
inches?
It was
5
tested
inches
at
thick.
NASA, is from what I understand.
Wow.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like for instance, something like carbon fiber is fine. Like basically putting it down, like it'll you can crush it to a certain thing. But the difference is, it's not just going down once. It's doing this trip up and down, up and down, up and down, multiple times, and that's when you start to get. It's like planes. It was like that Hawaiian one, wasn't it? Where it's because it was doing short hops between two destinations. But it was pressurizing each time because it pressurized so many times. It literally just blew the roof off, and like half the roof was gone. And
just end up with
the thing is,
fatigue.
They literally had they had no roof on it. It turned into a convertible. I think one person might have died, but the fact is, they managed to get it landed. Reality is, if a hole appears at that depth, you ain't getting out of that. It's not like you're going to have wet pants or something. You're going to die.
Yeah.
And it's bad. It's grim.
Yeah.
It's about as grim as it gets. It's
not gonna know about
probably
it, though,
technically,
so
it's
that's
probably
something.
more hostile than space, is it? When you think about it.
I don't know.
Wouldn't be surprising.
At least,
Well,
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
I
Peter
suppose
Quill
it would
survived in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He did. Now, is that spoilers?
Oh yeah, so big spoilers for Guardians of the Galaxy. Sorry, guys.
Because I honestly I thought he died. I was like, oh, okay. I kind of heard it.
The fuck?
my dog just went off.
Those little
It's a dog.
Yeah,
It went off. What was that?
Yeah.
Was that a dog bomb?
yeah, she does that.
Dog bomb.
Yeah, it was
And naturally, they shut her in the
Fuck
kitchen
off.
right next to me. I did. She's fine now. She's fine.
So
Genius.
we know more about space than we do about underneath the at the bottom of the ocean. You know, as in like it's just that it's way more deadly down there because we can't get down there. You know what I mean? So as in like it's just space is easier. You know, like
Yeah.
it's a
When
lot.
you look
I
at
wouldn't
it
say
like
it's
that.
very
Incredible, isn't
violent.
it?
Yeah, you know, things don't like you don't die within like at least the people who did die, you know, they died really quickly. And like when I say really quickly, instantly, all of a sudden, you know what I mean. There was no, you know, they're literally, you know, like I said, Play-Doh now, you know, which is kind of had, you know, but
Better way to go.
Anyway.
It's fascinating stuff. I mean, I like it. I was thinking about this. My fascination because I love submarines, but I think the reason I like submarines might have been because of Stingray.
Stingray was
Love
awesome.
that show. Stingray. I personally prefer Stingray to Thunderbirds or
behave yourself.
Captain Scarlet. What?
No. Captain
What
Scarlet
are you talking
was
about?
the boss.
Stingray?
No.
No, I know. I'm not saying Captain Scarlet wasn't good, but I'm just saying that Stingray was superior.
No, you're
the
just
tune
talking
was
out
at
your
least.
butt now, like.
What are you talking about, Timo?
Thunderbirds had it all. Didn't they?
Wait, someone just put in a chat that there's a Jerry Alderson podcast. That's fucking amazing. I might have to look that up.
Such a fanboy, aren't you?
No, wait, I'm not saying that I didn't. Right, Colin. So Colin just said that I've lived a sheltered life. That's not okay. I watched all three of them. I personally decided that Stingray was the best out of them. Should we get back on topic and get back on track?
All right, so hey, you know what? Obama, he brought up something very. He brought up something about this Titan submarine. All right, it is been spoken about constantly for the last 6-7 days, nonstop. You can't get away from it. So more than likely, everybody already knows everything, right? But here's something that he brought up, and I don't know where he was. He was, but he was talking. He was just kind of like saying how disappointing and how much coverage this is getting when there was a migrant boat that capsized and hundreds of people died, and and that's not getting anything at all. And it was just like, obviously that's less important than that's happened before, but and like this is the first time a submarine literally imploded. It's just. It's kind of sad. It's kind of like when sorry, Timo. It's kind of sad when a white girl gets kidnapped and over here in America, and how much coverage that gets versus if a black person.
Thought this.
Yes,
thought this, but something that I thought afterwards, which kind of goes contrary to that, is what about the Chilean miners? It's something to do with people being trapped underground. And for whatever reason, when people are trapped underground, I don't know. It's like we've got a fascination with it. There was the one in the footballers, the football kids in Indonesia, was it?
Oh, they're the ones in the cave. The sea level rising.
Again, for whatever reason, if people are trapped underneath something, we're like, oh my God, this is major news.
It's all about someone being a hero, isn't it? If the news can make a hero out of it, they're interested.
Yes, I think that everyone was kind of like, "Oh, this is going to be great. Let's let's rescue these people," and they're like, "Oh no, they've been flat packed. That's not happening."
Particularly with the submarine thing. The other thing is money. They're all well off on there, so let's follow that, and then these poor people that are dying with nothing to their name, I would just brush them under the rug, kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's the way the media works.
Well, and you got to remember, media are entertainers. That is, they're technical.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You know what I mean? As in, like, what will keep people listening? We all know what will keep people listening to Fox News. So that's what they're going to do. All right. And
that's it.
Which is sad. It's just sad, but it is what it is. Like, sorry. Unless you're getting trapped in a ridiculous place, you're not going to get the coverage. But
you could trap yourself underground, get rescued, and as you're getting rescued, be like, I don't know, be like, hey, here's my website, go to summerslap.com. Get some merch. Wallop.
I love it. What would be a very unique place that we could go? Like, obviously, people are getting trapped in the Himalayas and then Mount Everest all the time, so I wouldn't go there.
But apparently, it has to be underground or under something. You've got to be under something.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think they would have gone for your story of being trapped in Rotherham.
Oh, I don't know. That was quite entertaining. That would have.
I think if there was a news crew there and you just happened to have your merch on, that would have been the perfect thing for you to try and get interviewed. And then, sales have gone through the roof.
Yeah, we'd have one sale. Absolutely through the roof.
But it has to be, again, I think it has to be underground. You think about
Timo. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're the only one who buys our merch.
Or underwater.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm done talking about it, done listening to it, and anytime I see anything to do with Titan, I was like, ugh, more. Again, there's so many conspiracies about it. There's one. Here I am talking about it more. It's just one report was where the dude, the 19-year-old, he didn't want to go down. He felt pressured by his father, and because he wanted to make his father proud. And of course, then they were showing a picture of his dad, and it was just like, you're just making him like a bad guy, the dad, and maybe he's a bad guy, but it's like, are they even making it up? I don't even know. You know what I mean?
There was a couple of stories, weren't there, about it, and different family members came out saying, "No, that's not true," and whatnot. So I mean, you don't know what to believe.
I would imagine that he was probably buzzing to go down because it would be an experience. It's not something I'd like to do. Don't get me wrong.
I
But,
don't know,
you know.
but if you start thinking about it, like how far down is it? How far down was it? What was the Titanic?
Oh,
2.5 miles, isn't it?
Jesus Christ, that much
Yeah.
water above your head.
Pressure.
I would seriously, I would get anxiety. I really would. I don't know. I like sometimes even airplanes make me just a little bit nervous when I take off. I just, oh boy.
yeah.
Okay,
But
it's just
I don't get that. I tell you what I get. I don't know if anyone else has this, but I cannot do water if I can't see the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
If I'm actually
just put your feet down. You can stand.
So if I'm
That was a tall joke. I'm so sorry.
it was terrible. It was terrible.
Great.
If
I
I'm
made people
diving
laugh.
and I can actually, I'm
I
along
know
the
Timo would.
bottom.
Sorry.
Like if I'm along the bottom and I can't see the top, that's different. Like I don't mind diving and like it being like too murky, so you can't really see the surface.
Have you
But
done
I
that?
can't. If I can't,
That would
yeah, I've done
frighten
that
me
before.
more.
Where you can't see the
No.
surface?
Yeah, no.
No, as in, like, you can see the light coming through, but like there's like you've kicked up all of the debris and stuff like that, which can happen. But I don't. Above's not. I just if I can't see below. So like, Mrs. wanted to go paddle boarding, and I was just like, I don't like the idea of that. I don't mind going along the shore as long as I can see the bottom. I just don't like the idea of what the fuck's down there. Could be anything down there.
I mean, I can only just handle a swimming pool's worth of water, let alone 2.5 miles worth. It's not.
Oh yeah, it's too much.
No, it's not my thing. But didn't the US Navy say that they heard it implode? Like
Yeah,
days before or something.
They knew.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
knew it had happened,
there was
but
like absolutely.
they
no,
wanted to be
without any
sure,
question.
didn't they? Which is fair enough.
Wow,
I think there's
is
only
it fair
so
enough?
much they can release in the media as well before
Yeah.
they know for certain. Do you know what I mean? But I think that
Well,
sound that
it's-
they heard was definitely that.
It's not just that, I think, but there's also security risks where they have to kind of make sure, because obviously them things are to detect like ships incoming and like bombs and stuff like that. It's all to do with Russia, which is obviously all going crazy. By the way, someone's invaded Russia.
It's not.
That mercenary guy has invaded Russia.
It's the mercenaries that Russia hired to fight Ukraine.
What the fuck is going on? He has absolute Putin, and I'm not. By the way, Putin, if you're listening to this, please don't fucking kill me. I know how you like to do that kind of thing, but he has fucking screwed the pooch on this one here. It has not gone well for him.
No,
Has it?
I mean,
No.
I keep seeing all these memes of Putin now saying, "I don't want I don't want ammunition. I just want a lift." And then hours later, his plane.
That's
taken
great.
off.
That one. Yeah,
So God knows where he
that's
is.
great. That one there.
Yeah.
So I will say, I would say Zelensky is going to go down as like one of them heroes of like I think he's going to go down as like the Churchill of our time.
Oh, yeah.
Realistically, he has what he's done is nothing short. He has every single like expectation. He has exceeded it beyond anything.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
the whole world has fallen in love with him.
Oh, he's seriously done some like, and that I think that line that you just said there, which is like, I don't need a lift, I need ammunition, or whatever it was. That is just like breathtaking. The fact that he's not left like, well, apart from like diplomatic stuff, he's not left. What an absolute,
Yeah.
It's
what an absolute hero! What a goddamn hero he is. And all the guys fighting out there, well done to you all. Like, well done to you all.
All nationalities are out there.
Yeah.
Do you know,
yeah.
I don't think I expected this war to last as long as it has.
No.
And
no one did. No one did.
I don't see an end to it either. I just don't see where it can end until someone has lost everyone, you know?
This could be apparently, I don't know if this is true, but someone was saying that they'd asked for more popcorn because they're running out watching what's happening in Russia.
Oh my god. Unreal.
Isn't that
It's just They have social media. Ukraine's fucking on it. They are on it all the way. It's just
I did
great.
see I did see a video actually of a Ukrainian, like it must have been general or something like that, sat on the back of a 4x4 thing with 4 open like armored suitcases just full of popcorn, and he's just sat there eating it, watching on his iPad what's going on. I was just like, that is propaganda gold right there.
Yeah.
What an absolute superstar. Yeah, good on him. Good on him. That's amazing.
Anyway,
all right. So we
on.
are going to jump onto our weekly segment. Now that I'm back again, I feel like we can do Facts of Wife.
Excellent.
Facts of David's wife. We will have a. Oh, sorry. What's the okay? Tom, intro.
No. That's all I'm doing.
No, do it again because I was interrupting.
No.
People need to hear your jingle.
Well, we're going to get it done properly. Like it was like supposed to be like something like the facts of wife. The facts of wife. These are the facts of David's wife. And there's going to be like a little jingle and stuff.
I'll rip the audio from that and remix it for you.
Okay, very good. Very good.
Let's get someone who can actually sing for that, please. That'd be great.
All right, are we ready for fact
ready.
number 1?
Yeah,
we're nearly ready. Not quite ready, just a second, but we could. I kind of called her on very short notice.
Wait, has she dyed her hair?
She has. It looks like it's whatever color the background is. On the
what color is her hair?
No, she got a haircut, but it is blue, bluey greeny, depending on the light.
Oh, it is picking up on the green screen, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I was going to say it's
the
disappearing in the green screen.
That's excellent. I like that.
I'll edit it, don't worry.
Perfect.
Pop back in.
Thank you. All right. What is the most visited city in the world?
Visited.
Most visited city in the world.
Like tourists.
Wait. No. It can't. It's going to be something like.
I just said like Tokyo.
I say New York. Myself.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd say.
What
was yours, David?
New York.
That's a good guess.
Oh, that's not bad, actually, is it? I was going to say something like Beijing. I was going to say because. Oh wait, no! Oh no, it's not. Is it not in the Middle East?
What? Because of the layover?
I was just thinking maybe it's the international flight, so they're just landing.
No. What's the city that Ramadan's in? That Ramadan happens in.
You're thinking of Kabul, Kabul?
Oh, fuck, something like that. Mecca. Yeah, Mecca. I don't know. That's my guess. Wherever Mecca is that Mecca? Is that a place? Mecca bingo. No, it's not a bingo place. Colin,
It ain't bingo.
in the chat. That wasn't me that said that. That was someone in the Patreon chat. Just to clarify.
That was Colin.
Go on.
What's the answer?
What's the answer?
It's Bangkok.
Bangkok.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Go see a ping pong show.
Oh, the ping.
Wait. Is that
the ping pong show is? Yes.
Possibly, mate. But how many people actually got to see it? People don't go exclusive to see the ping pong show, do
No,
they?
it's just something that if you're walking down the street, they offer, and you're like, sure.
Oh, you've seen the ping pong? Sure.
Wait. Back the fuck up right now.
I have never
Are you
myself.
telling me that you've been to see one of these?
I have, yeah.
No!
Wow.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm learning so
I'd
much
say-
about my wife right now.
I'd say tell us everything, but let's just keep it like reasonably PG.
It was very impressive, I gotta say. Yeah, some really cool tricks.
Wait,
Opening a bottle,
what tricks
like
are they
a Coke
doing?
bottle,
I thought they're not just firing it, but are they firing it?
into a cup across the stage.
Oh, wait, they're actually
wow.
aiming it.
Holy crap!
One of
that's
them
a
took
skill.
a darts and
Yeah.
blew up a balloon across the stage. Released a balloon, and she's like,
No,
That's
amazing.
wild.
that's crazy.
was.
That's amazing.
it was,
Wow.
It was great.
I didn't know. There we go. Apparently, that's what we're doing again. Oh, facts of wife. That's
Facts of wife.
Okay.
That's why the wife is here.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question about. Okay, so why is Bangkok the most visited? Is it most visited because of the people who live in the outskirts in a different town? They come to visit it. I just feel like it. Well, that just seems like who's visiting Bangkok? Is it on a repeat basis? And like, I've been to Bangkok like 1,500 times. You know what I mean? Is that counted towards it, or is it the amount of people that have been there as a visit? You know what I mean?
Probably multiple
It's all the
visits,
Brits
but
going over
sex
for the ladyboys.
tourism and like backpackers.
Yeah.
Of course, Tom.
There you go.
Yeah.
Timo says it's all the British people going over for the ladyboys. Yeah. Just
Sex
who
tourism.
wouldn't?
They're scary,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
They're scary.
all right. Go ahead.
In the chat, Colin says, was it Colin? No, Gavin. From experience there, Timo.
A little bit.
Oh!
There is a whole story behind that. Let's not go into that right now, mate.
Yeah, we'll go into the
I feel
next
like we
one.
should. I feel like we definitely should.
Why not?
Off air.
It's completely like PG. I was about 17, 18 at the time, and I was on the circus. And when two shows are close together, you go and visit another show. And it just so happened the Ladyboys of Bangkok were local to us. And
Oh, God.
me and my best mate were the same age. We go into the show and we're like, oh, yeah, look at them. They're lovely, aren't they? Walked out afterwards, and they're all sort of lined up there to meet us. Yeah. And you sort of looking at it going, oh, yeah, go on. And then they go, you'll buy poster? We're like, whoa, what's getting out of here? This is wild. But yeah, you wouldn't know.
If you've got good legs, you've got good legs.
Apparently, it's a big honour over there, apparently. But there you go.
Really?
Is it really?
Apparently it is, yeah. If you're in the Ladyboys of Bangkok shows, it's a massive honour.
Wait, I would suspect it's very well paid.
I would imagine so,
I
yeah.
would suspect, yeah. Especially if they're travelling like worldwide, I would think it'd be one of them prestigious jobs where,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
and you get to put lipstick on, and you get paid to do it. So happy
You need to
days.
be a ladyboy
Right.
just to put lipstick
Should,
on.
They're beautiful.
should we have another one? Because this has gone wildly off topic here.
How long?
That's rattled you, hasn't it? You've no idea where to go now.
Bangkok. How long can a sloth hold its breath underwater?
I would say 8 hours.
8? You're going that far? Wow. I was going to say 30 minutes or something like that. I mean,
I didn't
how long
hear
could
it. I didn't hear it.
The question?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
How long can a sloth hold its breath for?
A sloth?
Yeah. Those are really,
I'd
really, really
imagine
slow
that.
things who drive fast
Yeah.
cars on Zootopia.
Underwater?
Well, see, all right, but they've got a very slow metabolism, don't they?
Yeah, so they can't use a lot of...
But then,
would say,
how long could a dolphin hold its breath underwater for?
Ooh, that's not the question, Tom.
I know,
Dolphins
but
supposed
that's
to be underwater, though.
No. But they have to come up for air. It's at the end of the day, it's a mammal, isn't it? And I just thought if you could work out how much a dolphin, and then at the end of the day, a dolphin is designed to be underwater, so it can be no more than a dolphin because it's just not possible, is it? It's not designed to be under there, so you can go from there.
Well, maybe
I don't know
it's
how long a
designed
dolphin could stay under for.
once how we all
I
become
don't
what
think
we
it's going
are.
to be very long. I don't.
Because it's so slow. It took for it fell millions of years ago when they fell into the water. The ones that were slow died off, but the ones that were a little quicker, but it ended up building a better immune system or a better
Lung capacity?
lung capacity because they were so slow. And to compensate for being so slow, their lungs would be absolutely much better. I don't know. I'm making shit up. I'm just trying to...
Well, you convinced me.
You got to remember too. This wouldn't be a question if it wasn't unusual. You got to take that into
True.
consideration.
I'm going to say
True
like
story.
But then again,
17 minutes. I'm going to go with that kind of energy on this.
17.
I think we've destroyed this fact, and we're throwing out all these numbers that are way more impressive than what it can actually do. And she's going to come back and be like, "Oh, it's 5 minutes." So I'm going to say 5 minutes, and I think I'm going to hit the more realistic one here.
I'm going to say half an hour.
Okay.
Half an hour.
I don't
David?
think it's going to be long.
All right, what's the answer? I already said 8 hours.
Well,
so.
Oh, yeah.
8 hours.
You're sticking with 8. Hang on.
What's the answer?
How long?
David said
45 minutes.
8 hours.
Oh, fuck.
45 minutes.
So it is longer than a dolphin, which is 10 minutes.
That's
10
crazy.
minutes?
Really?
Tucker Collin had the closest. He said 40 minutes.
Well, Trucker Collins
damn.
smart, isn't he?
Wait! It can hold its breath longer than a dolphin can.
It sure
That's
can.
mad, isn't it?
It is mad.
So 8 hours is the wrong answer. Maybe I'm thinking of a different animal, like a
Oh,
hippopotamus.
it's very wrong.
I
Don't think a hippo can hold its breath for 8 hours.
Maybe 7 hours. I don't know.
Producer, can you get on this, please? How long can a hippo hold its breath for? Because I don't think it's 8 hours.
How long?
I don't think a whale can do 8 hours.
You know, there's a word for people that just like make stuff up on the fly.
I don't know anybody who does that.
Underwater for up to 5 minutes.
Of 5 minutes.
But newborns can hold their breath for up to. Can only hold their breath for up to 40 seconds at a time.
All right. What mammal can hold their breath for the longest underwater? I think it should be the question.
Yes. Blue whale. Blue whale, and I bet it's about an hour or something.
Timo.
Me running away from a ladyboy.
The longest ever recorded dive by.
Running towards a ladyboy. Say again, Nessa.
It's a beak whale. 222 minutes.
Wow.
Do I have to divide that by 60? Ugh.
Yes, please.
What'll that be like? 3 hours, is it?
180 is 3.
Oh, is
So-
it? No, it's
yeah.
way
Yeah.
over.
Okay, fair enough. So nothing
A couple of hours.
is 8 hours. All right, fair enough. Should we move on to the next question?
The next one, yes.
The next fact. These are not questions, these are facts. Because Nessa does the questions. Or the quiz.
How long can a snail sleep?
8 hours.
This is almost like David has seen the answer to one of the questions and doesn't know which question the answer is.
He's seen fucking nothing.
How long can a snail sleep? Is it on its extended rest, or
I'm
is
gonna
this just
say-
its standard?
I'm going to say
Extended.
9 months. 'Cause
9 months?
I think so, because you only see them a few months of the year. I think they
That's
hibernate.
true, isn't it?
Yeah, but is it not hibernating? It's not sleeping, no, is it?
It's the
Is it
same
not?
It is,
freaking
isn't
thing.
it?
Is it? I don't think it is.
I didn't look that far to it, but I think that would count.
There we go.
I'm going to
I'm
say
saying
4
9
months.
months.
4 months.
Rest.
Timo, what do you got? Give us a number.
Split rest. Miller in the chat.
27 days. Why not?
27 days.
So that's 4 weeks almost.
I suppose it is, isn't it?
What do you reckon, Tom?
I'm
He's
going to
thinking
say.
too much, isn't he?
I'm going to say 2 years.
2 years.
Also, well, I just wondered, what if, right? No, wait, right. What if it's like a drought thing or something like that? I don't know if I think into these questions way too much, but
I think so
I don't
too.
know. Fuck it, I'm going to do
What
the
is
ridiculous
the
one. I'm going to say
answer,
2
please?
years. Bring
You
it
know
on.
what? You weren't ridiculous enough, Tom. It's 3 years.
What?
You're joking!
Wow.
Hashtag genius.
Oh my god.
Trucker Colin got it again, though. 36 months.
He's Googling it.
Yeah.
Colin, are you
cheater.
Googling this?
But as far as like lifespan, like a regular one lives about 5 years, but in captivity, they can live up to 25.
Interesting. Do they get
So
eaten?
in the wild, they live up to 5 years, but they sleep
And they
for 3 of
can
it.
sleep for 3 of them.
I didn't look that much into it.
Honestly, that sounds
bonkers.
glorious. That sounds great. I'm
What
up
a
for
life.
Sleep your life away.
What's next?
That's blown my
What
mind.
percentage
actually.
of the world's population is drunk at any given moment?
How much?
that. That's a great one.
Well, hang on. So David's drinking, I'm drinking.
85%.
Are we including Ireland or not?
All right, so there's definitely 4 million right there. Okay.
Percentage.
Wow.
I reckon about 66%, something
Drunk.
like that.
Okay, well, like after one beer, or what are we talking about here? Drunk. I'm like, I'm not drunk. I've only had 6 beers. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm trying to
Drunk people
drive.
don't believe they're drunk.
Yeah.
I'm not slow.
You've got to think about it, right? Think about like of an evening time, because when you think about it, it's like evening in a lot of places, like in everywhere. Well, is it? But it's technically not. But then
I'm going to say 10%.
Wow, I went high, didn't I?
Any given moment, because you have to also consider like
But so
it's the middle of the day or the
so
middle of the night.
so at 1:40 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right now, any moment. That's like right now.
Yep. Right now.
Yeah.
How
I'd
much?
say 10% of the world is drunk right now.
I say... Oh, I think it's lower. But then again, you've got the alcoholics and you've got the one-time drinkers. Now I'm going to go higher. I'm going to say 35%.
wow. Okay, 35%. That's
Well, okay. Surely there would be a difference if it was. Let's say the most drunkest people in the world would probably be the Europeans, and they are drinking on a Saturday night, and they
I bet
started
it's
around.
1% now.
You know what I mean? Like, but surely that percent has to change between a certain a Saturday versus a Wednesday. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, true.
well. Think about it. How many people are actually going to be drunk of an evening?
Average.
So just okay, right. Say for instance, this evening. Maybe not this evening because it's Saturday, but like on a weekday,
Yeah.
how many people are going to be getting drunk in like the country that you're in?
Like 80%
And-
less than at the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot.
and then you've got to think that okay, so for us, then like in the evening times, you've also got all of Africa, or a lot of Africa as well, and you've got like all of Europe, shit like that. They're all getting it, but I can't imagine that even if, say for instance, quarter of the people of an evening in Europe and Africa are getting drunk. There's all the people that are going to be sleeping, shit like that. I'm going to say 5%.
All right,
I'm going to go lower.
Tom's
I
locked in
think
at 5.
it's not as high as we
I'm
got.
locked in at 10. Nessa's at 1%, and Timo is.
I went 66 for some reason.
All right, and Timo.
Again,
is-
Timo,
Okay.
this is an island we're talking about, lads.
This is.
Hey, I'm just
okay,
talking
all right.
about down my way.
And Colin has
It's
put
0.7.
0.6% approximately.
27%?
No, not 0.7.
0.7.
Oh, 0.7. Oh, damn it, Nessa, you got that one.
Colin is
God, well off,
definitely
wasn't
Googling it.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, Colin's cheating. There's no way he's guessed that on there.
Although,
even
if-
even spell approximately correct. Ugh, I would never get that correct.
Yeah, he's rush typing. So it doesn't look like he's Googling it. Next one.
Okay. What is the only part of the human body that cannot heal itself?
Oh, I know this one, teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I never thought about it.
I heard this on a
But
facts thing the other day, and I can't remember where.
I'm going to say teeth.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm pretty sure it's teeth.
All right. Okay. What's the answer? Let's find out what
Sorry.
the answer is. What is the answer? Timo, did you get your guess?
I'm going to go with my big toe.
I
Okay.
was gonna say it's your toes. No, it's your teeth.
Ah, I got it right.
Oh, well done, David. Well
All
done.
right.
Well done, question mark.
Well done, Thomas.
Yeah, I actually got one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, last one. What animal has the largest eyes?
Largest eyes. What the largest eyes, or the largest eyes in proportion to itself?
Just the largest eyes.
Holy
It'd be a
crap.
blue whale, would it not?
I imagine.
They're
I
very
imagine
small.
Small, isn't
the
they?
sperm
They're
whale.
really small, yeah.
Yeah, but it's really big.
The
It's
Loch
the
Ness
size of the eyes
monster,
on a salmon.
cow.
Oh shit! No! It's is it not a colossal squid?
It is. You got 2.
Yes! Honestly,
you
I
know
am
that?
winning tonight!
How did you know that?
I can't remember. I think I might have been drunk watching like a nature program once.
I knew it was some sort of fish. I was along the lines of salmon because of the amount of times you hit a cyclist with a salmon, their eyes pop out. And they're huge.
So excited. I got 2 of them right.
Well done, Tom.
Oh wow!
Honestly, I'll leave you guys to it. I'm just going to go leave. I can't get
It's a
any
drop
better
the
than
mic
this.
moment in it.
That genuinely is.
Do we have time for Nessa's quiz?
Well, we've got the quiz left, and we've got Judge Chloe. So I think we're gonna have to ditch the quiz.
Well, what time is it?
More than okay. Let's do Judge Chloe. Without Chloe.
We've been recording for an hour and 20, but we were 10 minutes in, I think, before we started the podcast. So
All right.
we've done about an hour and 10 minutes so far, plus editing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop here and come back once Tom comes back. Okay.
Okay.
I pressed something and I shouldn't have pressed it.
what did you do?
I tried to click on chat and somehow I clicked leave. I don't know how. They're not even close to each other. How the fuck did I do that? I'm really sorry, guys.
I'll edit the podcast.
You've got those 2 questions right. Making us
It's literally on the screen. They're 2 inches apart, and it's one's red and the other one's purple. And somehow
You're colourblind now, Tom.
Fuck knows. No idea how I did that.
I think I'm going to be editing this till next weekend.
Fucking tipper brain, apparently.
All right, let's. We're going to be doing Judge Chloe now. So,
Judge
and then
Chloe.
Nessa is going to be our Judge Chloe for today, and so let's do it. All right. So, bye, wife.
Bye, wife.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we've got
Can't believe
2
you got
Judge
that.
Chloe stories.
Go on.
This first one, let's have a quick look.
So before
Tom is on
chances
defense.
are, oh sorry, Tom is on defense, and
Tom is
I
on defense, and you're on prosecution, David.
prosecution. I love being on
And
prosecution.
Timo, if you want to, you help on the deciding.
You threw me under the bus last week, mate.
Okay, so this story is from one of our patrons, actually, Charlie Miller. Am I allowed to say that? Okay, so it reads, I'm bobtailing to our Cardiff depot as you leave the A48 for the docks. The roundabout at the top has 2 lanes. Left lane for turning left only, and the right lane is for other directions. It's busy and traffic is queuing up to the roundabout. In the left lane... the traffic is queuing up to the roundabout in the left lane. The right lane is clear. I'm almost at the roundabout. When I watch in my mirror, a mini convertible coming up on the right-hand lane pretty quickly. Last second, she forces herself into the non-existing gap in front of me. I don't react as I've clocked she's wearing a Tesco uniform, and that's where I plan to stop for milk and water, etc. I put her out of my mind until I spot her in Tesco pushing the cage of stock. My petty node of my brain kicks in, and I just push my trolley in front of the cage, forcing her to stop. I'm not proud. And then in brackets, I put, I am a little, with a laughing emoji. That I did twice more. And each time she had to apologise to me as she was working.
Oh my
I walked out chuckling to myself. It's the small victories. Am I an arsehole? So we'll have 2 cents first.
But what an absolute MVP on this one. That's fucking great.
So defense first, please.
All right. Well,
Tom?
personally, defense first. All right.
defense.
Sorry.
Oh, wait, I'm defense.
Yeah.
I
object.
How do I defend this shit?
David
That's
objects.
what I thought last week.
What?
And okay, I've got this.
Okay.
My client has decided that rather
Speculating.
just bet. How's that speculation?
You're sorry. I'm just doing what you did to me
How's
last
that
time.
fucking speculation?
Couldn't get
That's
fucking
not
2 words in without
speculation.
fucking objecting.
Quiet.
All right. What are the words again for when? Okay. What? The sustained.
Objection. Yeah, actually, you need to overrule or to
Yeah,
sustain
I've just
that.
overruled.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Carry on with your defence.
Wanker. Sorry. This is going to get really petty between me and you. I can just tell. My client has decided that rather than approaching this person in an aggressive manner and deciding that, because the reality is there was a lot of ways this could be dealt with. He could have gone and complained to a manager. He could have, been aggressive actually on the road. He could have done something, actually gone up to her and actually said, "What the fuck are you doing? You're a dickhead." But he didn't. Instead, decided to show how her actions have negative consequences in the world, and decided to show her that there are consequences to doing stuff, and decided to teach her a lesson in a non-aggressive way and in a good way, better than other things. And
Sorry, I couldn't hold that in.
this is really hard, this one. And I think he's done an exemplary job of showing how to do this in a nice way, and that's nice.
One might say that he would do it. He did it in a way that would be remembered for her, so she won't do it again.
Exactly, yeah. What David just said. Yeah. And I think this is an innocence. There's no one was harmed with it. He didn't deck her, which is nice. And,
Okay.
not saying that people should be decked for that, but
Sorry, what was the guy's name again?
One second. Charlie
Miller?
Charlie Miller.
Mr. Miller, you fucking asshole.
just
All right.
very quickly, very quickly, can I just say, I'm going to lose this, aren't I?
You are a guilty, passive-aggressive bastard. This lady is just trying to get to work. All right? Let's just paint a picture right here. Maybe she's on her last leg. She's already had three strikes against her. We don't know this. All right, but I think she's going to be late. All right, she's going to get fired. All right, she probably doesn't make the most money in the world, but she's just trying to support her 2 kids, and her husband probably left her, and she just needs to get to work. And the only thing that she got from him was a convertible. All right, she doesn't want to drive this stupid convertible. All right, but she has to drive it.
Objection, speculation on that.
I'm painting a bloody picture that could happen. All right, so she's embarrassed that she had to do this. She was in the wrong lane. She didn't mean to be in the wrong lane. All right, but she saw a little gap, so she went ahead and put herself in that gap. And then all of a sudden, she's at work. She's minding her own business. She already got in trouble for being. She probably was late. Maybe she was late. And now she's in a really bad mood. And now all of a sudden, this passive, aggressive driver, all right, happens to just cut her off in the store while she's just trying to do her work. All right, that's all she's trying to do is do her work. All right, and 3 times that he did it, yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Miller. You are guilty of being an asshole.
Oh, David, just quickly, don't feel like you need to hold back or anything, lads.
Oh, okay.
Bit late for that. Timo, do we need to speculate on this, or
No,
are we saying arsehole or no arsehole?
I'm saying he's a hero.
but that's not one of the rulings. It's either you side with me or you side with David. Which one?
I'm going to side with David. He genuinely scared me.
Charlie,
Amazing.
I'm afraid the judge and jury have spoken. You are an arsehole.
We love you, though.
That was a great story.
What an absolute hero.
Yeah, but
It's like Schrodinger's cat. Both things could be the same at the same time.
You said in the chat, I'll take that. I'm proud to be one. Well done, son. Well done. Okay, case number 2. Julian David.
Well, I like that. I like the case number 2 thing. That's good.
I'm good at this producer malarkey, aren't I?
Judge Malarkey.
Nailing it.
Okay.
Judge.
Judge, producer, editor, creator, everything, okay? You can't do without me, don't forget. Anyway, Julian. So I was on a wide roundabout, just coming off a quarter-mile dual carriageway. The other side is a single-lane A road, where the right-hand lane must give way to the left-hand lane. A car came flying down the outside of me and went flying past. Directly in front of me was a tipper, and coming the other way was another Class 2 lorry. The car squeezed through the gap between the 2 lorries in front, too close for comfort. Definitely a check your kegs type of manoeuvre. The point where I must have been the arsehole was after I saw the car coming round my outside on the roundabout. I moved my lorry across to the merging lane in an attempt to block the car from coming down. What he did, as I saw both lorries in front of me in order to try to protect him from fucking up, but I had to hit the brakes as the car went past the front end. I was loaded with 5 tons of pallets and I drive a Class 2. 1 mile down the road, there's another roundabout leading to approximately 8 miles of dual carriageway where the car could have overtaken safely.
Thank God. I thought for a second you were going to say that he did something afterwards. I was about to say, I've got this. But yeah, that's the end of the story, yeah? He's not retaliated.
It just says
please,
cars
for the love of fuck,
cutting
tell me
up
he's not
lorries
retaliated.
on this roundabout.
Right.
So
God.
is he an arsehole for trying to move over?
That's okay.
Really?
I've got this, folks. I've got this.
Before you got this, just I'm not understanding what happened. All right, there's too many lingos.
Right.
That I have to like think about, and then I miss the story. Okay.
Basically, this is it's a merging lane. Yeah. He's behind another truck, and it's going down to one lane, one oncoming, one going forwards. There's a vehicle coming towards them in the oncoming lane, and there's not enough space between him and the vehicle in front for this car to get in. But he can see that this car is going to try and squeeze in. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to move out and block this car from getting in. Because he's trying to get his momentum up and stuff like that.
He's moved his lorry across to the merging lane in an attempt to block the car from passing.
Okay. Why was he doing it? So he was okay. So they were losing a lane, correct? So there is 2 lanes, and it's this has 0 to do with any roundabout. Doesn't matter. Yeah, correct.
Well, it's basically on some roundabouts, and like some roundabouts you have it where it'll be dual carriageway down, and as you go onto the other roads, it'll still have 2 lanes because if you're in the right-hand lane, then you'll exit on the right-hand lane as you come out of the roundabouts. But then it merges down to 1 after that.
Okay.
So the cars tried to squeeze in front.
Oh, okay. And what did he do that could have been an asshole again? Sorry.
He pulled into the merging lane to stop the car overtaking.
Okay.
So everyone else is queuing up, and this other guy is going down the lane really fast to overtake everyone that's queuing up.
Okay. I feel like I'm going to run out of material because they all sound the same. So to me, they're all blending in. Yeah. Okay.
There's no specification for who's prosecution and defense.
What's speed on this? Does it say?
No, it doesn't say. Not that I can see.
So I would like to defend the truck driver.
No,
I think
I have this.
No, I think that you sounded too eager. So I think I need to take this one on.
Dick. Right, fine. I'll come up with a prosecution. I had it all fucking set out.
I know you did. But I didn't have. I didn't have time. I didn't understand.
But you've already won one this evening.
I usually lose everything, by the way, because I'm defending the asshole. All right, it's very rare we ever get a story where the asshole isn't. Well, it's their story after all. You know what I mean? So chances are they've worded it in a way where they're not going to be the asshole. Thank you very much, Charlie Miller, for actually doing a proper one there, where it could have actually been the other way around. But anyway,
that was very good fun, actually.
He's trying. First of all, he's trying to prevent a crash. Correct. He's just
Possibly.
because he's not doing anything. So what's really messes me up is that I'm over here in America where we drive on the wrong side of the road, and
I'm glad you've admitted that you drive on the wrong side.
Well, you guys drive on the right side.
Of course we do.
Yeah, because we're British.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm lost in this one. I'm trying to so he basically just tried blocking because wait, he was punishing, correct? He was punishing the car for overtaking everybody, correct?
Yeah, basically, I think it's like a tell-off, isn't it?
Hold on. Okay, my first thoughts to everyone in the in queuing, in this one lane should use the second lane up to a point emerging. Okay, why was everyone stopped?
I suspect there's traffic was there.
Were they all taking the
Probably.
left exit? Were they all taking the very first exit on the roundabout?
Well, what it looks like is the left-hand lane is a left turn only, and the person in the right-hand lane was turning left, and they should have been in the left lane.
Just like, oh, sorry, I approach so differently, so I have to translate lefts to right and then right lane.
Oh wait, so just back a bit because I think I've had this wrong. So what? They're turning left on this roundabout, are they?
Yeah, it looks like they're turning left at this roundabout in the right-hand lane.
Well,
And the
technically,
left lane is
every exit you're
designated left
exiting to the
lane.
left. Yeah. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Which way do we? Hold on. Oh, sorry. Again, when you're using lefts and rights, I get totally messed up. Can we call it? Okay. Can we call it without using lefts and rights? All right. We can exit numbers and the slow lane, fast lane. Can we do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Only because I'm so. Forgive me for being so confused on this one. I want to give it a proper justification that it deserves. So
basically, first exit. They're in the lane to go first exit. The car is in the lane to go into the second exit. But then at the very last second, puts its indicator on and tries to squeeze in while everyone's trying to push. Everyone's trying to. Basically tries to speed round them all. And I'm guessing when he says that, he saw the vehicle maybe move out of the same lane. Maybe that's how he spotted it, or
I got you. Okay, all right. I'm good for defense still.
Okay, shoot.
do it.
All right. Personally, in my history of driving, all right, I do believe that sorry, who am I defending?
Julian.
Julian, you are innocent without a shadow of a doubt. All right. When you have, I just feel like as a truck driver, you have a responsibility on the road to punish the cars who are impatient. All right. If you see a car overtaking multiple vehicles because they feel like they're entitled, that their time is more important. All right. It is your right as a truck driver to cut him off whenever you can, and punish him. All right, even if you has to go around the roundabout a few times. All right, which was an option. He could have done that, couldn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he could have done that. But again, I do believe that he blocked them off in the roundabout. Correct. Now, wait. Was the truck actually taking this exit as well along with everybody else?
Yeah, they were on a wide roundabout.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely, you are not the asshole. All right, because you are saving lives. You are teaching him that he can't do that. So maybe next time he won't do it and put other people at risk in some weird situation that I can't think of right now. Okay, so yes. So I don't believe you're the asshole. I believe what you did was a public service, and that every truck driver should always cut off every single car that feels like their life is more important than everybody else's. And we're all just trying to go places, and we're all just trying to go there. We should obey the law, and most importantly, don't piss off your fellow driver. There we go.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Prosecution, state your case.
Well, that was an interesting defence there, David. I'm interested. When you set out on that defence, you really the word punish. That was the word that you
If
went
there, was,
with.
if there was a harsher word that I could think of right now, I would have used it. But that was
So you think? So what you're trying to say here is you think it's acceptable for truck drivers to go out onto the road and punish other people
who've
the
done
reality
wrong.
is, as a truck driver, you have a responsibility you've got a duty to care over other drivers, and the reality is there are people who think they know what they're doing on the road, but it's our duty to be above and beyond them. And the fact is, you can't just leave your lane to quote punish someone. That's unacceptable. That's not what we're there for. At the end of the day, just stay in your lane. If a dickhead's going to do what they're going to do, you have to just let them get on with it. It could be dangerous. The reality is, you don't know what else is there. Especially if you're going a roundabout, you might not be able to see all of your mirrors. You might not be able to see if there's an ambulance coming, an emergency vehicle coming. There could be another reason why that vehicle's going that you can't quite see. It's at the end of the day, you've got a big vehicle. It is easy to miss stuff, even if it has blue flashing. The fact is, as a whole number of things. Yes, should the person have waited in line? Should they have slingshotted or do something like that? Yeah, probably. But the fact is, you can't punish people. And the fact that defense has decided to go with that defense is wild to me. That's a crazy defense. It's a defense of someone who's always on the prosecution. Just saying.
What?
No,
What advice would you give such a lawyer like me who has very inexperienced? Could you have?
I'm just saying that there needs to be a level of professionalism, and
Fuck that. Cars shouldn't be on the road. Freeways should be for truck drivers only.
Here.
The defense rests ?
I don't know what the answer is to this one.
The fact is that the answer is, Nessa, there is a level of professionalism that we do have a due responsibility for. The fact is, you're representing that company and you have big things on. Someone could see that, and the reality is they don't know the full context. All they see is a truck swerving out of lane. Have I done this in the past? Let's not fucking talk about that. I'm the prosecution here. Some people are wankers. The Glossop roundabout, by the way, I did that last week, but we won't talk about that. Anyways,
all right,
prosecution rests.
Timo, what do you think?
I mean, I would side that he's not an arsehole. Because
well said.
I would probably
think you might have
do
won
the
again,
same to try and, protect him.
So wait, Timo, you think it's acceptable for truck drivers to be swerving around dangerously to punish other drivers? You think that by saying this and by siding with David and not me, who should win this, you think that truck drivers should...
Right, two things, 2 points here. Point A, bin chicken. Point B, I'm still scared of David.
Now, Colin did mention that in the chat. Timo sounds scared of David. Yes, he does. My decision is he is not an arsehole. Julian, you are not an arsehole. I rest my case.
No, you don't rest your case. We're resting. The case is settled.
Car drivers are arseholes when we are in trucks.
True fact.
There is a little note at the bottom of this one. Shout out to my colleague Josh. Please, can you get Tom to call him a wanker for getting his class 1?
What a wanker. There you go.
There you go, Julian. And that concludes our Judge Chloe for this week.
And by the way, sorry, Mr. Miller, I do understand the roads. I understand how roundabouts work. I just haven't, I just drive on the other side of the road. And it's just that when you use lefts and rights, it just confuses me and everything. I love roundabouts. I think they're fantastic. We've done many segments on roundabouts. And I have grown up in Ireland where we have many a roundabout. I just wanted to get that clear. All right, just I just find them fascinating. I argue roundabouts all the time over here in America.
The rules
Just
are very
something
different
as
as
well.
well.
This with this arsehole segment thing doesn't necessarily need to be just about driving. This could be on anything, any situation where you think you might be the arsehole. You can put that forward to us. We will decide, even if it's between you and your missus and something's happened, we will happily debate that.
Absolutely.
It can be anything at all. Yeah, but we did some tests of this, and we had one where I can't remember what it was. It was a very long one, but it was nothing on trucking at all. So yeah, this could be anything you want us to debate on, and we will happily go for it.
Yep. I think that concludes. Next week we're going to do the quiz. So yep, everybody start swatting up on your trucking knowledge and your general knowledge.
Wait, is this the one where everybody has to subscribe to your channel in order to get hints?
They don't have to subscribe, but it would be nice. On my Instagram page,
which is called
at Nessa the Mother Trucker. There are 1 or 2 questions based on my recent posts this month, June.
Am I going to be an asshole if I don't know the answers to these? I think that
absolutely.
obviously it'd be obvious that I haven't actually watched it. I haven't. We have 2 new kids. Not 2 new kids. Well, they're younger. You know, a lot of my
True. But you can sit there and scroll through Instagram and search at Nessa the Mother Trucker. Thank you very much.
Did I have my wife judge me because I'm on my cell phone?
That's fine. You're on my page.
She judges me all the time for being on there. Ugh, fucking bitch.
So yeah, there's 10 questions for next week's quiz. 5 trucking related, 5 general knowledge.
Grand job.
Yeah.
All right.
Right then.
Timo, do you want to plug your shit?
I don't have anything.
Oh, we're talking about the ladyboys in Bangkok. Sorry.
Well played, David.
Well played. That was a great setup.
Check out Timo's OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
Where you can see
Ladyboy
such
Timo.
videos.
Wait, are we done? We wrap it up with that?
Yeah, we're like an hour and 45 minutes so far recording.
We're really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I was unaware of that. Right. Well, I guess on that note, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't listened, how did you get this far? We shall see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Miss you,
Bye.
Chloe.
Yes, miss you, Chloe.
Love you, Chloe.